bell-shaped couch. Vec's eyes narrowed on the screen when Dria's character was defeated, and both their avatars respawned. "Let's cut down the alley this time," Vec said to Dria. Fen assessed the scene and grimaced at the mistake his uncle was about to make. Decrepit buildings? Check. Creepy ambient lighting? Double check. There was probably some awesome loot down that alley, but there would also be about 1 million mobs. A pro could do it, but Vec? When it came to gaming, Vec had noob written all over him. "I don't think that's a loud shriek made all three of them jump. 3 banshees floated from behind a dark graffiti-covered trash container, and a pair of vampires dropped from the roofs on each side. At the end of the alley, countless red eyes glowed through the gloom. They were so screwed." Dria's avatar blasted light at the vampires, a bold move considering how much power those spells took. But she'd already accessed her inventory for a potion and downed it before Vec even got his character moving. His giant warrior barreled down the alley like a modern Leroy Jenkins. The wolves at the end of the alley charged, and despite Dria's quick spellcasting, she and Vic were defeated in moments. As the spawn point popped up on the screen, Vec cursed and smacked his controller down beside him. Huffing, Dria dropped her head against the back of the couch. "What were you trying to say before I got us killed?" Vec grumbled. Fen smirked. "I was trying to warn you not to go down that alley. Gotta say, Dria has promise, but you may be hopeless. You hadn't even drawn your sword." "I forgot the button." Vec glared at the controller as though it was supposed to do everything itself. "But that's not what I meant. You said something about a phone?" "It seemed like a good idea, but now I'm not so sure." His uncle's scowl deepened, increasing Fen's amusement. Vec might know a great deal more about their heritage and blood magic abilities, but Fen was the master when it came to the human world. There are a lot more buttons on a phone. Straightening, Dria chuckled. "He's not that bad. He showed me how to game, after all." Vec scrubbed his hand across his pale face. "Something like that. Why do you keep playing this stuff? The story isn't even accurate. The Bean-Shi do deliver harsh news, but they don't go out attacking people like that. Honestly, many of them live perfectly normal lives outside. Cut it, Captain Buzzkill." Fen's grin widened at his uncle's blank stare. "Stop ruining the fun. It's fiction. Fiction." "Stressful fiction," Vec muttered. "Anyway, I am no idiot. I can learn to operate a cell phone." Of course his uncle could, but that wouldn't stop Fen from pestering him. "Maybe," Fen drawled. "If you can get past all of the controls, it would be useful. I bet you could both learn the spell to boost the cell signal. Or I could help set something up throughout the cave system. A call or text would be much faster than creating a portal to come find you." "Sounds good to me." Excitement lighting her eyes, Dria leaned forward. "How difficult is it to acquire one of these phones?" Fen shrugged. "An hour or 2, probably. Damn store is always slammed." Dria's shoulders slumped. "We have to be back at the outpost soon. Kazari is traveling from Moranaia for a few hours to help fortify our protections against earth magic. And I believe she wants to scan for evidence of dragon magic after that report of a dragon sighting in the place called Scotland. Is she flying over there?" He'd met the dragon in passing a few times at the outpost, and she was interesting. Though she was usually shifted into elven form when he saw her, he would never mistake her as one of the Moranaians. "Because Scotland is on another continent." Dria's eyes widened, but she didn't comment on the distance. "I suppose that's a dragon problem." "Well, I can't help with that," Fen said. "But I can run by the wireless store and grab a couple of phones for you. It'll cost me more to add a family plan, though. Turning good hasn't been great for my bank account." Vec waved a hand. "I will ensure you have ample wealth. Enough, I might add, to pay back those you have stolen from in the past." He'd climbed up Fen's neck. He'd been joking, but obviously his uncle thought he'd lived a life of crime. Sure, he'd done some fucked up shit after he'd made the mistake of joining Kien's group, but he had never stolen anything he hadn't needed for survival. Even that had been when he was far younger. Not cool.